There is an invisible force around you right now. It is moving energies that you may not yet be able to fully perceive, but your intuition has already begun to pick up on through subtle signs that are appearing in your daily life. Your eyes saw these words for a reason. You needed to hear them, and they needed to be heard. This message is full of spiritual urgency. You have been feeling something different recently, haven't you? You may feel restless and excited when you are alone. You may feel like something important is about to happen in your life. It could be a new truth that will change the way you see everything. You might have had more vivid dreams, sudden memories of loved ones who have died, or even the feeling that someone is watching you with love from a place that you can't see. These are not just symptoms of mental fatigue or coincidences that your rational mind tries to explain logically. Instead, they are manifestations of a spiritual reality that can finally be understood with the clarity you have always sought. Archangel Michael, the angel who watches over good people, has chosen to share a message that can change how you see your life and the connections between this world and higher dimensions. Imagine that someone very special, someone in your family who has died, has been trying to talk to you. Maybe you've seen signs that you thought were just coincidences or results of your own wishes. Those moments when you felt a warm presence by your side during times of loneliness. That subtle touch that seemed too real to be imagination. Or that tear that rolled down your cheek for no reason while you were thinking about that loved one. Today, you will finally have access to what this bright soul has been eager to share with you. However, it is essential that you prepare yourself emotionally, because what you are about to discover has the potential to touch the deepest layers of your heart and permanently alter the course your life has been taking until now. This is not a common message that you can pause and resume later. It is also not a coincidence that can be ignored without consequences for your spiritual growth. This is a direct message from the divine, an answer to your silent prayers and unspoken questions. Archangel Michael is like a bridge between these two realities, so you can finally hear words that have been carefully protected for this exact moment. Only people who are truly open to spiritual truths can fully understand this kind of heavenly revelation. Your presence here shows that you are part of a special group of people who are ready to take the next step on your journey of inner growth. The reason for this message is important. There is a reason why your family on the spiritual plane decided that today was the right day for you to receive this information. It may be guidance that will change important decisions you need to make soon. It may be a blessing that has been prepared for you. Or it may be a truth about your mission in this life that has finally come to be revealed. The cosmic time is now, and every second you spend absorbing these words is part of a divine mystery that is unfolding specifically to benefit your journey. As you focus on this message, you may start to feel a change in the atmosphere around you. Breathe consciously and trust your intuition, because there are spiritual secrets that only reveal themselves to those who are sensitive enough to receive them. If you've made it this far in the message, it means you're one of the chosen to receive this special message. Don't ignore the feeling in your chest or the shiver that runs through your body. These are physical signs that you're receiving a message from the divine, and it's closer to you than you thought possible. Pay attention, because soon you will learn words that were chosen just for you and sent from heaven. Archangel Michael is with you right now. Because of his protective presence, the voices of your loved ones will sound clearer than ever and touch your soul. Get ready, because something special is about to happen. Archangel Michael now says, "My dear child, I am very happy to know that you have finally found this message. I have waited 4 whole weeks to talk to you. I promise that you will cry when you finally understand what I'm about to reveal. But you have to take it all in right away, because this divine message won't be around for long." This combination of events didn't just happen by chance. Do you really believe that you chose to watch this content on your own? The higher dimensions whispered your name through time. You were drawn here by a divine summons that felt urgent, because now is the perfect moment for this revelation to enter your life. The timing had to be perfectly in sync with your personal journey. You had to be disappointed enough to become humble, hopeful enough to keep your faith, and prepared enough to receive what is about to be revealed. Now that everything is in harmony, I can finally express in words what my heart has longed to communicate. A specific soul who lives in the sacred realms has repeatedly said your name throughout the ethereal dimensions, and their cry has managed to pierce the veil that separates the physical and spiritual worlds. Your physical ears haven't heard this call directly, but your true self has received it fully. That's exactly why you're still here, taking in each word with a level of attention that goes beyond the usual curiosity. Listen with your heart wide open, dear soul. I don't want to cause you fear, but something huge is about to happen in your life. It will completely change your world. For a long time, you have felt like something is missing from your daily life. You put on a show of stability in front of others, offering smiles that hide your true feelings, and you keep moving forward with a sense of purpose. But in your moments of quiet and alone time, you're always on edge, waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for a clear sign from the higher powers that you haven't been forgotten. You're hoping that the celestial realms will show you that your deep feeling that you're meant for greater things is not just a weak wish born of sadness. This message you are receiving now is exactly what your soul has been seeking. Not everyone gets messages like this, but you've been chosen for this amazing experience. For the past 28 nights, a kind presence has stayed with you while you slept. Even though you didn't see it with your eyes, Archangel Michael, I was there the whole time. I was holding your name in my hands and saying it over and over again. Let this soul last just a few more days. A great miracle is about to happen in your life. This moment you are now experiencing is the realization of that promise from heaven. God has been trying to give you something, but you were too distracted to accept it. You thought that you had to be perfect before God would talk to you. You thought that organizing your life would lead to higher dimensions, but that's not true. But I need you to understand this basic truth. God's plan is revealed when we are at our most confused and upset, during the toughest times in our lives. You, my dear friend, are going through some big changes right now. Before continuing, write in the comments, "Angels are always with me and keep me safe." This will connect you with the angel's energy and keep any negative influences at bay. Now, follow me to discover something that will change everything. You recently experienced a painful betrayal, right? You trusted this person completely. You would have done anything for them. But they became cold and distant. That person stopped responding to your attempts to talk to them. Or maybe they were there but made you feel like they didn't see you or matter. You kept this pain to yourself, thinking no one saw how you were suffering. But God saw everything you went through. I saw all your pain. Every tear you shed in secret was carefully collected and recorded in the heavenly records. Every tear shed in secret added spiritual power to this divine message you are now receiving. This is exactly why I had to wait these specific weeks before I could talk to you directly from the heavens. Your heart needed to cry out with enough intensity before it could tune into my angelic frequency, which you are experiencing at this unique moment. A special person is going to enter your life. This person will arrive in a completely unexpected and surprising way. This is not a random encounter with a stranger. This specific person is an important part of your divine plan, created before you came to this earth. Their arrival is connected to a dimensional door that is about to open in your reality. This will reveal possibilities that have remained hidden until now. But here's the most interesting part. Before this special person can fully enter your life, two important situations must fall apart and completely unravel. I'm reaching out to you now because a big change is coming, and you must stay calm. What you are destined to lose during this period did not belong to you to keep forever. These things only block the natural flow of your higher destiny. When these problems are gone, you will finally be able to see with total clarity who has been walking toward you all this time, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. Get ready, because you are going to be tested spiritually. This process of evaluation has already started to show up in your everyday life recently. Have you been feeling strange and confused lately? Do you feel like time is bending around you in impossible ways? Do you have vivid nighttime dreams that go beyond what you thought was normal? Do you keep noticing signs and coincidences that seem too good to be true? This is not just in your imagination or just because you're stressed. This is how the heavenly dimensions connect with awakened souls. When your body is tired, your mind starts to pick up on things that it usually doesn't notice. Let me be very clear. What you are feeling is real. God is always watching over you. This protection comes from more than just me. There's someone in the heavenly realms who knew your true self even before you came to this physical world. This enlightened soul has been asking the divine for permission to send a special message directly to you, and today the divine has granted permission. You have been allowed to know this transcendental truth. This revelation is so important that we can't wait another day to share it. Now take a deep breath and let every part of your body know this truth. You have waited long enough for something that is truly real and will change your life. It's not just a vague promise or a hope based on illusions. It's something concrete, something truly divine that will become a reality in your life. I have been sent to share this message. The challenges you faced were not divine punishment, but a careful preparation for what is coming. What is coming to you is much more valuable than anything you have experienced to reach this level of spiritual growth. But there's one important thing. Don't give up now, just when you're so close to getting what you've been praying for. If this message touches your heart and makes you realize something, then stop for a moment and show your gratitude through a simple action. You were meant to receive this revelation. You have been specially chosen to hear these exact words at this special moment. My gut feeling tells me that this is exactly what your soul has been longing for. You can still receive your blessings. You are not behind schedule in your divine timeline. The higher powers have not forgotten you. You have been carefully hidden during this period for a specific and important reason. Hidden so that people not suited to your journey would pass by without getting in the way of your progress. It was hidden so that the right blessing would find you at the perfect moment. It was hidden so that you would remain safe while the heavenly dimensions completely rebuilt the path beneath your feet. I want to reassure you that you will get through this period. You may not understand how this will happen. The current situation may not make sense to your rational mind, and you may feel empty and too sensitive to keep resisting. You are about to receive a strength that comes from heaven, the kind that only angels can have. I am giving you this strength right now. I have come to you with sacred fire on my back and pure light coming from my heavenly wings, and I will not leave your side during this journey that is now beginning and will change everything. It is essential that you understand this truth. There is something sacred happening in your personal time and in the events that make up your journey. You were not ready to receive this revelation until this specific moment, and this delay does not represent any personal inadequacy on your part. It was necessary for you to go through every experience you have had up to this point. This includes the times when you felt like you had no one to talk to, the times when someone you trusted betrayed you, and the times when you prayed really hard but felt like God wasn't listening. These periods of apparent abandonment were not meant to destroy your emotional structure. They were meant to unlock latent abilities that remain dormant within you. These abilities include an extraordinary sensitivity to perceive invisible truths, an expanded view of reality that transcends superficial appearances, and a resilient courage that even you did not suspect you possessed. This is why you are still standing at this moment, even though you sometimes feel like you are just dragging yourself through life. You may not be able to see it yet, but this is exactly the kind of determination that the divine uses to completely change established ideas and alter the course of situations that seemed impossible to change. You might feel small and powerless right now, but you have the attention of the heavenly realms, which is much more important than what's going on in your life. I have been told to share the next revelation slowly and gently because your soul will recognize it right away, as if it has always known this truth deep down. In the coming days, a major change will start to happen in your life. You will notice that the people around you begin to act strangely. You will feel a sudden desire to try something completely new. Follow this attraction without hesitation or excessive questioning. This is not an irrational fear or a random event. It is a manifestation of the divine, actively redirecting your path before anything harmful can touch you. Follow these suggestions even when they seem strange or illogical. There is someone close to you who isn't the person they seem to be around others. I wish I could tell you who it is, but you already have a good idea, right? You might feel a strange and disturbing energy, and you might have a strong feeling that something is wrong, but you don't know why. You don't want to trust this feeling because it seems silly, but you should trust it now. This is not just anxiety or worry without reason. It is a specific warning from the spiritual world before something bad happens. But don't let panic take over your thoughts and emotions. Please write your comments in the space provided below. My heart is filled with joy, and no negative energy can penetrate this positive vibration. This affirmation represents your courage, faith, and spiritual rebirth. Here's the rest of the message. I am already working on your behalf in this situation. I am already taking apart the things they have tried to hide from you by lying to you. You are not alone in this battle, and no strategy made against you will work. I'm not going to be there to protect you, but it's important not to let your heart get hard and use it as protection against future disappointments. The dark forces want you to believe a lie, that if you stop loving and trusting, you will be safe from future suffering. Love is your greatest strength. It shows that you are kind and caring. It shows that you are moved by other people's suffering. Love is your most powerful tool against evil. You should never hide it because of fear. The divine does not need a warrior who is insensitive and hardened by bitterness. It needs someone who is radiant and enlightened, someone just like you, because your light does not exist solely for your personal benefit. Your inner light is meant to guide others who are lost in their own life challenges. Do you know someone who would benefit from your light? They are already watching you closely, being drawn to your energetic presence, even without fully understanding why. If this message has touched your heart, you can support it so that more people see it by clicking on "Thank you very much." This act of kindness helps keep this mission alive. Thank you so much. This connection will not be like the kind of romance you might expect, but it is deeply spiritual. This person was really lost and confused about life until your energy touched theirs in a small but important way. This person doesn't know why they feel so peaceful when they see your name or hear your voice, but I can explain. Your spirit has an energy that heals and restores. When the right moment arrives, you will say a special phrase that will completely change this person's life. But before this life-changing mission can fully happen, it is essential that you understand this truth. You have been specially chosen by higher dimensions to play a unique role in this life. This is exactly why your journey has been full of such difficult and unfair challenges. This is why people often misunderstand you and your intentions. This is why some people have left your life without explaining why or giving you a chance to ask questions. When a soul is chosen by the heavenly realms for a specific mission, the physical world cannot immediately recognize that person's value and importance. Not being recognized on earth causes deep emotional pain, and I completely understand this pain. But it is crucial that you do not let the rejection or misunderstanding of the world around you make you doubt the divine choice that has been made for you. You have always had a special protection from heaven, and even now, as you listen to this message, your guardian angels are forming a protective circle around you. Take a moment to consciously scan your body. Can you notice a small change in the mood around you? There is a specific reason for this change you are experiencing. The next 72 hours are an important period in your spiritual journey. I have been given explicit instructions to alert you as soon as possible about what is about to occur. There is a spiritual transfer of great importance happening behind the scenes of your reality. What has been stuck and blocked is about to flow freely. What has been kept secret is about to be revealed. It will be revealed in a way that is totally clear. Things that have been facing challenges are about to change completely. But there's one key rule. Don't stick around in situations or relationships that are already meant to end. Remember, don't go back to the past. Even if people from your past come to you with desperate pleas, even if they seem to have changed overnight, some doors are closed forever. Don't do it to get back at someone or because you're feeling bitter. The peace you have inside is worth more than any feelings of nostalgia or the idea that you can make things right again. You no longer keep repeating the same destructive behaviors. You are moving directly toward your higher destiny, and I can see with perfect clarity what awaits you in the near future. This is why my communication is so intense and urgent. I have seen you laugh with real, spontaneous joy. I have watched you dance under a sky you never thought you would see again. I have seen you in a place where people finally see who you really are. They see that you are not someone who is hard to love, but someone amazing who is living among other people. I imagined a certain person putting their hands on your shoulders with respect and thankfulness, and saying these words, "Thank you for not giving up on life when it looked like there was no hope. You saved me when I needed it most." This person will not be someone you barely know, it will be someone you love deeply. This person will not yet fully understand how much they will need your strength and wisdom at the right moment. A special message is on its way to you right now. I'm not just talking about letters that arrive through regular mail, but rather spiritual letters that come directly from the divine. These letters will manifest in your life as a significant person, an unexpected message, or a dream that is very clear. You will know this special message when your soul responds right away when you receive it. You might feel tears well up in your eyes, or you might shake, but it's important that you don't ignore this message. When you receive this divine message, know that it is the confirmation you have been praying for. When you have that moment of recognition, respond with confidence. Even if you're afraid, say yes to the opportunity. The divine realms are waiting for your conscious agreement before releasing the next wave of blessings that have been prepared specifically for your journey. I want to tell you something that I really wish someone had told you a long time ago. You are not broken or defective in any way. You have special spiritual gifts. The things you thought were painful were actually a kind of spiritual training. Your life path has not been delayed for no reason. It has been carefully protected until the right moment for it to come true. Now, dear soul, you are definitively crossing the threshold that leads to the timeline where all the elements of your existence finally align in perfect harmony. The work that will make you happy, the love that will make you feel good, the peace that will stop you from feeling stressed, and the feeling of being comfortable in your own body, all of this is coming your way. I'm sharing this truth not just through words, but because your soul is already drawing these blessings into your life. That feeling of restlessness you get, that nagging feeling you can't shake, that strange sense of urgency, it's not depression or an emotional imbalance. It was an urgent feeling that you couldn't ignore. Deep down, you already knew that this life was meant to achieve more than what you could currently express. There is something specific that I need you to prepare for mentally and emotionally. It may sound strange at first, but the miracle you have been waiting for will not come exactly as you imagined. It won't look like a spectacular fireworks display, and it might not always feel like a miracle right away. At first, it might seem ordinary and unimportant, like a casual conversation, a small moment, or an opportunity so subtle that your logical mind could easily dismiss it as irrelevant to your larger goals. But it's important not to ignore the small things that happen during this time. That phone call that seems random, that unexpected invitation, that sudden feeling to take a different path than usual or to accept something unusual. This is exactly how the heavenly dimensions hide their best gifts, keeping them secret in situations that most people don't notice. But you are not like most people. Right now you are spiritually awake and attuned to higher frequencies of perception. This is exactly why I needed to send this message to you before a very important moment happens. Then, when the perfect opportunity comes, you will recognize it right away and say with confidence, "I know this is what I've been waiting for." I want to tell you something very important. The biggest thing that gets in the way of you achieving your life's purpose is not fear, but distraction. The many distractions in your life lately, The sudden chaos that arises for no reason, the mood swings, and the constant mental noise that prevents concentration are not random events or coincidences. This is a deliberate attempt to interfere with your spiritual life. It's like a form of energetic static that's designed to block out the divine messages you're receiving. The goal is to cloud your natural intuition and prevent you from perceiving the subtle guidance you're always getting from a higher plane. But you are learning right now to see through these illusions of confusion. You are learning to feel the truth in your bones, even when you can't see the end result yet. This ability to understand things without being told is very rare and shows real spiritual strength. Because of this, the heavenly dimensions have decided to speed up the events in your life, starting now. When you notice that situations are moving quickly, don't try to stop them or overthink it. Don't ask yourself, why me? Instead, ask why now? The answer to that question is very revealing. You have passed the silent test that has been given during this period. You have always been able to love others, even when they don't show their appreciation for your love. You were generous even when nobody noticed. You kept hoping, even when it seemed like there was no hope. The higher dimensions are always influenced by the initial sacrifice. You have suffered during difficult times, but you will flourish again soon. It won't happen in the distant future or next year, but it is starting right now. Yes, right now in this very moment. Even the stars in the sky are changing into positions that will help your journey. You may already be seeing some signs of this change in your everyday life. Pay attention to repeating numbers, songs that seem to be about your life, and words that seem like they were created for you. Please write your comments in the space provided below. I am at peace, I am in light, I am protected. To receive this strength in your life, write this mantra in the comments now. From this point on, things will never be the same again. If this spiritual journey touched your heart, if you felt clarity, acceptance, or just a sigh of relief, click "Thank you." This helps strengthen the chain of light and allows these messages to reach other people who, like you, were also in need of this heavenly confirmation. Dear spiritual family, I invite you to become a permanent part of this community of awakened souls. Subscribe to the channel and share in the comments how this message has affected your life. What changes have you noticed? What are you feeling now? What you say might make someone else feel stronger. We are a spiritual family united by light and unconditional love.